Sorry for that wacky entrance. I'd just like to make this video light, mainly because this is going to be a serious talking video. So as I go near here, there we go. Well, one of the discussions that I want to bring up is about cross-training. And for a lot of people, especially for this day and age, I think I need to try to back up here. Especially for this day and age, when they think about cross-training, they think about doing two different kinds of disciplines at the same time. That might be true to some extent, but for the most part, it's not. The danger of doing cross-training is that you're going to overexert yourself and that you're not going to be able to learn anything. Yes, you're not going to be able to learn a single thing if you're doing two disciplines at the same time. Now, there are ground rules when it comes to cross-training. The very basic and probably the most important rule when it comes to cross-training, training two different systems at the same time, or training from one system to the other and vice versa, is that you should choose your basic or ground discipline or martial art first. The reason being is you don't want to confuse yourself in doing two things at the same time, and that you really should have a foundation on the basic techniques and the basic understanding of doing some of the techniques. And yeah, just a basic foundation for practicing martial arts. The reason being is you would want to have a basis, an example. Say, let's just say you're a boxer, that's your martial art background, and you want to practice some grappling. Well, first off, the footwork for grappling and boxing is entirely different. For grappling, you're very solid on your stance, you're low, and your knees are almost totally bent, or at least at the 90 degrees angle. While as a boxer, your footwork is light, and you're most likely going to hop around from one place to the other. And you're almost upright when you do so. So you're not really grounded when you're doing boxing footwork. And yeah, from those two disciplines alone, they're entirely different when it comes to footwork, so you're going to be confused. If you're going to choose either or as your basis, then you would have an easier time in adjusting yourself when it comes to those kinds of things, especially the small things. So boxing is striking, grappling is grappling. So yeah, they're entirely different. The techniques that you're going to learn from those are different, and it takes more time to let all of those techniques sink in. And it's going to be harder for you to train both because that'll be the second thing. You're going to need to find time in order to train both. So it's either you're going to find time to train either or you're going to find time to train both of them at the same time. The latter is really, really difficult, especially if you're starting to just started in practicing martial arts, or if you've just entered the martial art realm. It's really, really difficult because yeah, you're going to give double the effort as from a normal martial arts practitioner does, no matter what style or discipline they practice. And you're going to tire yourself out, you're going to be more fatigued, and it'll be an easier way for you to get out and just quit because you're doing so much at the beginning when you should not. The place where you are right now as a beginner, and this is for beginners actually, is that you really should do things slow. It doesn't matter if you're going to take your time or take years or even weeks or months even for you to practice and for you to perfect a single form or a single technique, as long as you do it perfectly and as long as you don't injure yourself. Many times, especially in the MMA boom, which is right about this time that I make this video. A lot of practitioners, when they see something on TV that they saw is really, really effective and it really made the fighter won a lot of matches, they would think that, oh, that's the best move there is and I should practice that martial art right now. Oh, this kind of striking move is really perfect for me, so if I combine the striking move and this grappling move together, I might be able to be the best, either in competition or in self-defense. The problem is, again, go back to number one, if you don't have a basic foundation of martial arts, then you're not going to be able to be successful in either striking or grappling in this example. So, another thing that you would need to be careful when it comes to cross-training is that since you chose your basic martial art or your basic martial background, that means that you should always go into it. So the other martial arts systems that you're cross-training with will not be your primary martial art. So you're not going to entirely use them as is because you already chose your basic. What you're actually doing in cross-training is that you practice or study another martial art discipline in order for you to either cover your weakness or strengthen further your strengths when it comes to competition, self-defense, basically making yourself as a whole martial artist. So you're not entirely practicing both, or you're not choosing either or, because your basic martial art, you already chose that, so that'll be the martial art that you're going to practice for the rest of your life. And the other martial arts systems or disciplines that you're already cross-training with will just be supplementary. So they're just going to be helpful for you to cover your weaknesses and strengthen your strengths in your basic martial art. So yeah, a lot of people forget about that. When they say that they're cross-training, most likely they mean that I'm already practicing two martial arts, so I'm really, really better than others who are just practicing one. So that's not the case. And yeah, I think that's about it. If this is not a review, so I'm just going to say the name of the manga. Manga is a Japanese word for comics, roughly, I think. So the manga that I would like to share with you that shares all these things about cross-training would be Kenji. So it's Kenji. I'll try to find the link of the manga and post a link on the description box for you to easily click. And it's a long manga, it's a long Japanese comic. The gist of that comic is that there's a little boy who grew up into a martial artist. It's a true-to-life story, actually, where this boy, as a martial artist, his basic martial arts foundation or background is Baji Kwan. And even though he practices Baji Kwan as his primary martial art, the gist is he went all over Southeast Asia, I think, or all over Asia, to further study and further go into deep training and further understand his basic martial art, Baji Kwan. He learned a lot of martial arts systems that complement his Baji Kwan. Some are a little bit awkward because they really don't complement his basic martial art at first, but eventually, by the end of the comic, you'll see that every single martial art that he cross-trained with complemented the way he is as a martial artist, the way he fights, the way he trains, and the way he does Baji Kwan, the way he interprets it. So there you have it. Hopefully that you're going to learn even just the smallest bit in this video when it comes to cross-training. And yeah, there are a whole lot of other videos when it comes to cross-training. Some are helping you to practice other techniques. And some are even more in-depth from the discussion that I'm letting you all know from this video. So I hope that you're going to search those and further learn so that you're going to be able to not do the wrong things when it comes to cross-training and change your perceptions when it comes to cross-training and what other people meant when they say that they're cross-training. So yeah, that'll be it. Thank you so much. Always train safe. God bless you all, and take care.